folks out there that don't like the way things are being done. They feel like special interests are being addressed more so than the interests of the citizens. And why wait? And you can tell them now that you've had enough.
Can you give any examples of those special interests? Sorry, Andy.
No, I don't think I need to. I think everyone's very well aware of who the special interests are that are being catered to around here. There's no need to go into details and slam anybody on Facebook
So it's
Live.
personal. It's a person, not a
No, I didn't
specific-
say that as a person. It's a special interest, period.
Yeah, you can read the federal lawsuits. That'd be a good place.
That would be a big start, yes. Especially since our mayor has denied that they are involved in any lawsuits. When they are, there are at least 3.
3 lawsuits against the city?
Well, there's 2 that name the city, okay, individually. The third one is where they have the former economic development director, Stephen Butcher, the Industrial Foundation, our former city manager, Lance Howerton. They are all named in that lawsuit.
But the city was recused from that one, right? Or they
were at one point, but there was a Texas Supreme Court ruling that should change all that because basically
should change all that.
Yes,
or
it
did?
should. It has not yet, but it should. The ruling was just put out at the end of July. It was Changus versus City of League City. City of League City is what it was, and the Changus lawsuit actually made it to where the government is treated just like any other individual who signs a contract with another person or entity. They need to uphold the terms of the contract. They can't just decide they're the government and it's okay. You know, that was their only defense basically in the federal lawsuit against the ammo plant suit was, hey, yeah, we did it, but we're the government, and that's okay. So governmental immunity should not apply like a blanket like that.
Terry, this is, if they have to go to a special election, they have to call it within 30 to 60 days. And there's no
less than 30, no more than 60.
A special election costs the taxpayers about $6,000.
These folks are spending taxpayer money like it's gold, like water.
So
How much do you think they've spent on attorney fees against these lawsuits?
I would say, what did you say, Chris? I was
My
thinking
guess about
near a
$500,000.
million. Oh, really? I thought it was near $1 million.
I bet it's high.
Aren't those
Is
insurance
it
policies
minimum?
that pay for those though? That's not
Well,
out of the
that's
city.
that's
the insurance
that's to be
policies pay for
determined.
those.
That's to
Oh.
be determined because that's what they're saying. They're telling us, but I don't know. We'll find records on that.
So do you think this
I was
is worth-
also told that what the citizens are paying for the defense of the Industrial Foundation and the Steve Butcher and the individuals on the other lawsuit, which is in the state jurisdiction over in
Okay, so
Weatherford.
do you think this is worth charging the taxpayers $6,000?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We're going after every one of them. They spend money. They spend money every week, every 2 weeks when they have a meeting or whatever. The first Monday and the third Monday of the month, they have a meeting, and I've never seen anyone anytime that wasn't over at least $500,000. So I mean, look at that nice new truck the city manager's driving out there. Who's paying for that? I think we are.
Right, but you're adding another $6,000 on top of water rates that
I'm
are going up.
I'm
which
not
is-
here to argue with you as far as our grounds is being valid or not.
No, they're valid, but
That's,
the special election is gonna cost
It
taxpayers
is. It will be well worth it to
$6,000.
get these folks out of office.
Well, when you talk to these people who are, when we were walking the streets,
Yeah, they don't even live in
and you're
here.
talking about their water bills going up
Mm-hmm.
150%, and this is before you get the whole $300 million bond package
Plus
going.
10.1% property tax
I mean,
increase, sewer rate increase,
$6,000 is not even a drop
trash
in the bucket.
increase, everything. It's just like they didn't give you a break anywhere. It's not a norm. It's not a norm. And this is not the only city council we're
Are you
talking
a
to.
reporter?
Yes, she is. This is Ann Powers.
When's the
from
last
Pennsylvania
time you
Press.
knocked on the door?
Knock on
A
his
door.
door.
A citizen's
Go knock
door.
on a couple doors.
To get other
See what
people's
the citizens
opinion.
say. If you're a reporter, a journalist, go knock on the door.
I don't
Ask
think that
them
you
the
have to
same question.
question the job that she's
No,
doing.
I'm not
sir.
questioning the job. I'm saying you're asking questions, but you're uneducated
What a
about
defensive
what the
reporter.
voters are saying.
My
We
goodness.
knocked over 650 doors.
700.
700 doors.
I would think so.
Of
Just
people,
for-
maybe
We've got a lot that are
15
vacant
people
also.
walk.
I'm sorry, what was that?
About maybe 15 people.
Mm-hmm.
Over 700 doors. I don't think that's ever been done before.
And
And
Terry,
who are you, sir? What's your
My
name?
name is Dave Jones.
Is
I
it
live
common
in-
spelling?
Mhm.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, you're asking questions, but you've never knocked on a door and
I've never
talked to
heard
the
him ask this many
voters.
questions to the city council. Have you guys? I haven't seen anything like that.
and Terry, just
I
for,
think you get a
since
feel
everybody's
for
being
journalism
recorded here,
And
how
reporting,
many,
if you go actually talk to the citizens that we talk to.
They're crying.
Terry,
Yeah, people
Terry,
crying
how
on
many,
those things.
how many people voted for Jerrel Tomlin to be sitting in
137,
there?
I believe. I may be off one or two, but I believe it's 137.
So we're talking, without being
Five
a,
or six times.
5 or 6 times the amount to get him out of office that it took to get him in there.
Yeah.
5 or 6 times the amount of people willing to sign a
And also,
petition.
yes, we were required to have 25% of the registered voters in that ward. Looking at other folks as far as their policies on that, most of them are around 10%.
And
Some
the
of
gra-
them,
the
if they had
grassroots-
25%, normally they had 25% of the
Last
number of
vote.
people who voted in the last regular city election.
The grassroots is motivated, they're gonna keep knocking on doors in the election.
Folks aren't gonna get over this. They're not.
Are you planning on recalling any other?
Yes, we're going to go
Absolutely,
sequentially until we get them done. Either
absolutely.
they
You're
come up
gonna
for
recall all
election.
of them?
Well, if they don't come up for election, get out of there right that way, yes.
So who's on your list next?
We haven't decided. We've got several on our mind, so we'll come to that. We'll cross that bridge once we get this one behind us.